Hey guys, it's Catherine. I'm sorry I keep starting and restopping this, but welcome to our estate sale in La Jolla, right up at the top of Mount Soledad. It's an artist estate sale and a laser engineer who taught at l'École de France, and he was instrumental in designing the lasers that read CDs. Really super smart gentleman. But anyway, so there's a lot of funky stuff here and a lot of really great stuff here. So just bear with us and enjoy the ride. We're going to walk through and you're going to see a lot of really beautiful art. So to start off with, Pierrette Hammerling, she was a great artist in the 70s, originally from Switzerland, moved to London, had an affair with Peter Sellers, or so they tell me, and or the son tells me, and then she met her husband in England, and then they got married, and they moved here to La Jolla. And she was a potter and a sculptor and an artist, and she did all of these really strong, she's very like Louise Nevelson. She's got like a very strong, sophisticated palette, black, edgy, geometric, but then also she does that kind of like 70s, like feminist, like taking, you know, women's work and making non-useful teapots. Like she's funky and she's interesting, and she's a really good artist, and she has a great eye. And I love what she does with, you know, just sort of turning that idea of like, you know, turning certain ideas on their heads in that like 70s feminist way. But anyway, so we have 4 of these Danish modern chairs. All that pottery that you just saw was hers. A lot of the pieces that you see that are like individual figures, like these, for instance, she did these when she was, when she had cancer before she passed away. And she did a lot of that kind of work of these like solitary figures, you know, during that time in her career. A lot of the other stuff really spans the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. And she's just she's an interesting artist. The sale is not completely set up, so please bear with us if things look a little bit, you know, if you see in the background like a big pile of something, like of garbage or whatever, that's just, we just haven't cleaned that up yet, but we'll be ready for you guys when you come. If anybody is interested in watching the sale or coming to the sale or see a piece that you like, just text me at 858-333-1853. So this is a lot of her work. She also did a lot of watercolors, and she did these really sweet birds. We have if anybody likes the Maxwell critters, we have one little Maxwell critter there for $200. We've got this nice piece of studio pottery, like a Feely. You know, there's just a lot of really interesting objects here. You know, we have like sterling silver. We have a ton of Afghan jewelry. She made, you know, turquoise. We have jewelry supply making stuff. We have lots of these really cute, like this is also some of the stuff that she did in her later years, like really charming, very delicate birds, watercolor houses. Got this nice little desk right here. She was great friends with a lady by the name of Judy Gregg, who had her own pottery studio in Ocean Beach. So we have a lot of Judy's work. We have a lot of local San Diego artists pottery as well. Some of the prices, if you see them, are a little bit high because I got a little excited and I think I overpriced some things, which is what happens to me sometimes. So this really charming, this little charming display table, beautiful art, beautiful seashells in there. So this fun, like 70s fun in the sun, you know, nudist colony stuff. We've got this great hanger. So I'm not necessarily, everything isn't priced yet. We have all this great glass. We have 4 of these really beautiful chairs. They're, you know, Windsor style, you know, they were made by the Amish. We've got this nice big, if you can see it, it's a big Danish modern table here. It has 2 leaves in it, and each leaf is about 24 inches, so the table is significant. It's probably 8 feet long, but that's a guess. I'll measure it for sure if you want me to. Just text me. Got all these great Mexican hand-blown glasses and the 70s set of pottery. And as I was saying before, like this is a real high-low sale. Like she has very sort of barbaric stuff mixed with very, very delicate stuff. She was a really interesting artist. Like her work is really, really great. Like for instance, like she was friends with, when, was it Maureen O'Connor there was the Russian exhibit that first came here. This was all from the USSR. This stuff, that said, it's like 6 cups, 6 dessert plates, 6 saucers, teapot, creamer. That's about $900. And then we have like this, Wedgwood, these Florentine plates in green, which is very rare, $40 a plate. This is like some 14 karat gold, but when you see that, it's not like a chunky diamond, it's cubic zirconium, but still, it looks like a great big chunky diamond. It just doesn't read on the meter. We got a lot of sterling silver, So we have like these like 1920 style, sort of Art Nouveau-y, sort of Tiffany style lamps. That one is $75. This is an original poster from the gallery, Matisse's gallery in Paris. This is by Marie Laurencin. It's an engraving, kind of like Picasso's early stuff. We have this Adolf Gottlieb lithograph. It was from right before his studio burned. So you'll find Adolf Gottlieb's, like tons of them from like 67 to 74. But this was done in 1966, pre-burn. So a lot of Mata Ortiz pottery, a lot of really great African headpieces. And her, like the African stuff is real tribal stuff. It's not tourist stuff. It's been appraised. This is a Dogon granary door from Mali in West Africa. It's beautiful. This is a large piece. It's 40 by 36. It's Andres Martinez. He did it in 1997. The owner paid $4,200 for it, and that's what he's looking to get. If you see a piece and you love it, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's a little bit outside of my price range, you can always text me, and if I still have it, or if you're the highest bidder, please, my phone number is 858-333-1853. Now this piece is by Jan Meyer. It was made in 1990. We have 3 pieces from this same period. He's a significant, I think he's Swiss or from the Netherlands. I'm not really sure. This nubby white modernist sofa bed is really great. Fits in any decor. She did a lot of these textile pillows and stuff. She used like African cloth and mixed it with like some funky stuff right there. Got this gorgeous trunk here for $120. Got a lot of little interesting objects around. Another rug. This is handmade, Afghan for $175. We've got this good trunk here. We've got this great big piece, also Jan Meyer. This piece we're asking $13,969. Very significant. It's 57 by 45 inches. Big piece. But looks so striking and great in your house. But anyway, so then we've got, this is a Pierrette Hammerling. Very delicate the way she uses these different materials, these netting and... It reminds me of Yvonne Liddell, who was an artist who exhibited at the Biennial, 10, 15, 20 years ago. So here's a Calder lithograph, 56 out of 100. It's $3,750. And again, like I'm getting a lot of calls, and this is 56 out of 100, which is a smaller run than you normally see. So, and I have an offer on it, but I'd love more. So, and then this is an artist by the name of Davis that I couldn't find anything about. But if you know who this is, I would love more information. So then we have a lot of really great music here, CDs, DVDs. They were a very intellectual couple. They had, like, when I got here, like in the DVD player was like the Goldberg variations, and I don't even know what that is, but I do know that all my intellectual friends are like it. So so for you intellectuals out there, I've got the Goldberg variations. So we've got this great clip speakers. We've got a lot of pretty bottles. We've got this great vitrine right here, and it has a mirrored door that goes on the front. And it's very beautiful. We have a lot of Native American, Mexican, African. You know, they were into like rustic, you know, it was that generation when they were really, you know, they traveled a lot and they saw, you know, a lot of really beautiful things in different countries. But sometimes, like, because some of the stuff came from a different estate. Some of the stuff came from the estate of the lady who was the recipient of the John Deere tractor fortune. And her stuff is less esoteric. You know, the family here, the stuff that they had is exquisite and rare and truly primitive or rustic. And then there's some other stuff that was added that isn't quite as, I think valuable is the word I'm looking for, you know. So we've got this cute red chair. So now this piece I love. It is, but it is a really, really gorgeous piece. It's Mary Magdalene. It was done between, I think, the 1600s or 1600 and 1700. Like, look at her face. Look at how beautiful that is. I mean, you can see the craculature up here. It's 2,500 for this piece. Very, very beautiful. Would look so gorgeous in a Spanish style home, or, you know, it would just, it's just beautiful. And it's Mary Magdalene. Who doesn't like Mary Magdalene? You know, perhaps that's a, you know, I like her. So I think everybody does, but there you go. So here's this great Afghan tapestry for $250. We've got these Art Nouveau lamps, you know, not by Tiffany, but in the style of $120 on that one, $75 on that one. This rustic Spanish colonial, Mexican colonial chest. Got some collectibles. The other side, the other clip speaker, they're very large. We've got this Dogon married couple, really cute, authentic African from you know, the Dogon region, which is, I believe, in Mali. We've got this old sled here, this like an antique sled, very cute, for $150. This piece right here is by Julius Baltazar, and it is $2,000. I think it was made in 1989, but his show was in 1991. Got this piece of great African art for $100. Another Jan Meyer, 1990. This piece is like $2,600, around there. Okay. So we've got a Tansu chest, some Native American baskets. This piece is really strong, by Pierrette Hammerling. Got this great piece right here. It's sterling silver. It's by the Comanche silversmith. He goes by the name, or I think actually it is his name, White Buffalo. And it's made out of sterling silver, brass. There's a pelt on there, and it was commissioned for $9,000. We would love to see a offer, and we would love to see that price. But because he doesn't have a huge, I mean, it's a strong piece, you know, if you go for that kind of thing, which I do. But he doesn't have a huge amount of auction records, so it's hard to, I don't know if we're gonna see that price, but I would love an offer for real. Okay, so this is really strong and scary, actually, to me, just what's going on his chest. It's a Nikishi, I believe, fetish, and just like what he's got strapped to himself there, and then this guy. I think it's really fun, like with African art, because it's like, what's going on here? So like, here's this guy, and he's got this guy like standing on his head, like with his belly button, like, you know, like when you have a baby, And I just wonder, like, he looks pretty happy, but this guy is not looking happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on in this picture? But it's kind of like this guy too. So this guy, he's got those pointy devil ears, and then this guy sitting on his head, you know, eating what looks to be some corn. I've got a lot of thoughts about this, and I'd like to hear yours. So here we go. Here's another one of these necklaces. Okay, we've got this cute little house right here. Got that. We've got this really nice piece right here by Franz Sager, $500. Very beautiful. You can the reflection is so nice of the man watering his horses. We've got this beautiful winter scene right here. It's by Stewart for $480. We've got this Dogon door for $600. Again, it's from West Africa. We've got like a great violin. It's really good if like you're making an art project and you need a violin in it because it's very difficult playing, I imagine. So let's go outside for a second and take a look at what we've got out here. We've got a couple of cute mosaic tables, a chair, a weather vane, an old ox collector, some wagon wheels, a piece of assemblage art right there. We've got some pots, a lot of terracotta. We've got this great bronze burrow and a little frog sculpture. It's also in bronze. The burrow is $500, and the frog, I'm not sure. But so we've got some more assemblage things. Like, there was a great artist in the 70s, and she was a woman, and I wish I could remember her name, but she went to Germany and was working in this factory, and she built all these giant coils, and they were so beautiful. Like, her work was so beautiful, like what she did and how she sort of took that idea of like women's work and made it into this great, amazing, you know, sculptural, super heavy and intense artwork. But so we've got this Danish modern desk, and he was a, you know, as I said, he was a laser engineer. So we've got like really great books on physics and that kind of thing. Got a lot of Apple computer stuff. We actually have an Apple computer. And we have a Sony, a Power Macintosh, a Power PC with a multi-scan 200S Triniton ES, you know, for all you old school computer people. Got a HP LaserJet, a Sonos system here. The whole set is $400. It's really, really priced well, I think, for this entire corner desk set. We also have sort of a teak captain's bed here. And then a great big textile. It's in the Mary Magdalene tradition. It's by a company called Alliania. Here you go. Alliania, Port Townsend Geometrics. Hand silk screen, 1975. So here we go. And then we've got this great, Pierrette did this. She made this beautiful shag rug. It's $300. And we've got two great teak bookshelves. I asked that if you buy them for $200 each, if you buy them, pick them up on Saturday, just because we've got so many of these physics books. Einstein, you know, just really intense books on quantum mechanics. You know, I'll sort of walk you through just so you can kind of see what the books are. Like Chaos and Fractals. That's some light reading for you. Or Constructing Quarks. This is like for some serious thinkers. You'll go up so high in my estimation if you come to read one of these books. I'll be like, oh, like, my gosh, we've got a smart one. Because honestly, this is really, really some serious stuff. So in here, so then this is kind of like, the kids' room. And so we've got a lot of really great wooden toys, you know, things from the childhood of my client, cute little twin bed, a great little side table, really beautiful little tea set. And then we also have this piece right here, which is also $300. It also was done by Pierrette. It's a shag tapestry in the 1970s tradition. A lot of fun toys, games, you know. We're priced to sell here. Some of our art is kind of expensive, but a lot of the stuff is so in here is like this giant walk-in closet. We have a lot of men's clothes. We are priced to sell. A couple of heaters, a beautiful side table, like very rustic. A couple of art pieces. This looks like a Russian or Ukraine record, I think, framed with two kids sitting under the rocket. I think that's very Cold War. And then this piece right here. And then we've got this yellow dresser. That's that's something that needs a little bit of work. And I think we have this Russian hat, which is really fun. Now we have some like hand woven textile coats and things. But most of the artist clothes are not, we have some, some bags and, that kind of thing. But most of her stuff is gone. We just have like jewelry. And here's some fun 80s posters. If you're making a movie that's set in like 1983, you've got like, or earlier of Giant Charlie Chaplin. Belts. Actually, a beautiful mirror up there. If you can see the frame on that is gorgeous. Men's shoes, ties, boxes, and then so then we've got this really, really lovely French style, or French Louis XV marble-topped dressing table with perfume. It's $800 for the dressing table. It's really, really nice. Then a lot of like perfume bottles, things like that. And then we've got this very charming got some textiles by Laird Plumley. And then these two pieces are by Russell Forrester, local San Diego architect. They're just different works. He did that in 75, 76, 75. Just putting them all together in the grid pattern. And we've got some like Guatemalan textiles, a really super comfortable looking bed with a handmade quilt that she made. And then we've got over here, so this is a Pierrette Hammerling. But we've got this side table, but this is really an amazing piece. It's very, very dusty right now and very hard to see. But it's a Chinese carved amethyst lamp. I'll kind of go around. I'll clean it up. I'm sorry that it's not clean now. But it's a really beautiful thing. And it's actually, I was researching it because I was trying to figure out how to price it, and it's very hard to find anything like that in solds. So this is a beautiful, beautiful bedspread, purple. I love it. This is like a student project, I think, that she did when she was young, but I love it. I think it's, look at that. It's fun. And then we've got this bedspread. Which is there's beautiful textiles on there. And then we've got this whole sort of entertainment unit in the mission style right here. And a bunch of blankets, different kinds of linens. And then we've got this African cloth right there. I think it's kente cloth. I think it's called. We've got some stained glass. We've got some more of her artwork that has not been fired, of the lighter one. This is a Kollwitz lithograph. It's not signed. And then we've got this Navajo rug. It was done in 1960 by an artist by the name of Beatrice Gorman, I think, or Beatrice Foreman. I'll know exactly on the day. Oops, if you're interested, I'll go this way. Lately I've been doing, on Instagram, and there's a person's link that I've been starting to follow, and it was called Cocaine Decor. And is this bathroom not like perfect for like a cocaine decor? It's like mirrors on the ceiling, very funky. Like, you don't get this kind of design by accident. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, that's the ceiling. Like, geez. Hard to get a good picture of it because it's all mirrors, but you know what I mean. Okay, so then now we're back in here, and these are a lot of her watercolors that she did. They're ranging, I think we're like $48 for a big watercolor down to $14 for like a little one. And so that table is sold, or that desk is sold, but we've got that cute little stool. Got these pieces. And this is Pierrette right here. Like, this lady, now she had an affair with Peter Sellers. She did. Like, how cute, like, look how smart she looks, She's sassy. And I have to say, the people who help me and make everything look really beautiful, Susan, Tracy, Tanya, on this one, Khalil, thank you. Because it was a little bit hard to get ready. We're still not done. We've got 2 more teak bookshelves filled with books. And we've got a lot of, art books, a lot of novels, a lot of good children's books in different languages, French and English, pretty much. Got some good Chekhov. I'll just kind of run you through the books here a little bit. A lot of garden books. A lot of children's books. And then there's a lot of books about how to do macrame and like sort of crafty things from the 70s. Got some more books here. And then this is a really interesting piece of furniture because it's like half, it could be a bench like it is, or it could be a child's desk, which is kind of fun. And then she did these 2 really charming stained glass. We've got this textile right here by the artist, Susan Hart Hensinger for $300, 1979 weaving. So we've got a lot of china. Now this set right here is so paper thin. It's Haviland, Theodore Haviland, Limoges, France. And this is just like so fragile and delicate and lovely. And we've got this stuff right here, which is, it's sort of an amalgam of different pieces. There's like 2 or 3 different sets that make up this white and gold. Then we've got this art glass pottery here, or art glass, I'm sorry, and then some of Pierrette's pottery. And then that's the mirror that goes with the vitrine in the other room. Now we've got this great rug here, and I've had a lot of people call me because it shows up so beautifully in photographs. And the thing is, it's machine made. It's very large, but it is machine made. And so it's like $250. It is not, I think, what people think it is because it photographs so well. But it is great. You just can't dye it if that was your intention. So how many Dungeons and Dragons hardback books, and how are they? I'll have to call you back about that because I don't know where they are. I'll have to go look. Oh, they're in the cardboard box. Okay, I'll go find out. So then we have this Danish modern. Bill, I will contact you later when I know the answer to that question. This table is beautiful. It has 2 leaves in it. They're each leaf is probably about 20 inches. So it can be really large or really small. The chairs are $200 each. The desk itself is $700. Let's see. So here again is more of the jewelry. We have a lot of really nice Afghan sort of inspired stuff. And then another rug. I think it's $175 for this handmade wool. Okay. So then we have. Okay. I'll go and, Bill, I'll contact you after the sale and after I can count them and let you know. So here we have this really great rustic stool for $200. And then this is some more like local San Diego potters work. This is Schachter there. We have different interesting pieces. We have this really beautiful rustic pine farmhouse table for $458. We have a lot of Inuit art, ranging from tourist stuff to like artist stuff with their names on it. And then we've got these fun, Ken Edwards style stuff. We have several pieces of that. And these are kind of more current, these beautiful iron teapots. And that mushroom, signed by, I don't know, maybe you know. So then here's some more tapestry, some more Guatemalan fabrication stuff. Now we have a lot of silver plate here, as well as sterling silver, but this is a lot of the silver plate. And we have a huge collection, well, not huge, but we have a pretty good collection of cups and saucers, like very charming, very sweet little teapots. A lot of crystal, a lot of 70s stuff. We have a Harvard plate, if anybody went to Harvard. We've got one of those for you. Teapots, 1970s cheese plate, that cute little set of blue and white. At this sale, we're also selling the refrigerator and the washer and dryer. If anybody has a need for those things. The refrigerator is black, the washer and dryer are white. The refrigerator is made by Kenmore. It has an ice maker. And then in here is just a lot of products. And we've got this charming little stool. So this is the washer and dryer. This is Kenmore electronic moisture sensing. And then this is a Kenmore as well, an energy saver. These are going to be pretty affordable, I can tell you that. I would say, $75 a piece. But they're working. And if you need one, let's see. I believe we've seen, you know what? Oh, the garage. We haven't been in there. We haven't been in the garage. So we've got in here. So we've got in the garage, we've got just some, I'm just going to kind of walk you through here.
Being recharged in the kitchen. You want those too? Just the ones.
We have a lot of suitcases, I'll tell you that. We have like 20. No, we have like 10. A lot of antique cooking things. A lot of cords, a lot of old wires, like a ready to race Rustler Tresas. A Sangian radio. Now we have a lot of old computer manuals. This might be great for like people who are into like collectible computer stuff, because he was into computers early, and I think one of his computers was like a really old machine. It's like how to learn HTML, JavaScript, like it's all about coding and that kind of stuff. We've got some art supplies here and a little bit of Christmas. We have a wheelchair, which is a good wheelchair for $50. It's an Ergo 115 Karma. Seems like kind of a mean thing to make the name of a wheelchair Karma, doesn't it? Is that just me? I don't know. There's an old film projector, some charcoal briquettes, an old sled. You know, guys, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know that we've got like a couple of these little pots, which are great. And we've got a ton of like really interesting but filled with dead plants, terracotta pottery. Let's see, like for instance, we've got this big one, but that's got fire sticks in it, which is nice. We've got that big one and that. So thanks you guys for watching, and I hope to see you soon. And again, if you have something that you're interested in, text me at 858-333-1853, or you can send me, texting is always best. And then, and if you want more pictures or sizes or whatever, I can do that. Or if you want pricing and I didn't give it to you. Outside, there is just a couple things I'm just going to walk you through here real quick. And then I will say goodbye, and I will text Bill later with the information on the, so we've got these great macrames. We've got this really long bench. Has some termites, I won't lie, and some old rustic things, like especially if you're a sculptor, and you're into like assemblage art. These are some of Pierrette's pieces that have broken. So we have that. But anyway, look at that little fox. Isn't that cute? That little cute little pot. And then we've got like a little concrete pagoda there, which is sweet. There was some neglect over time, in the garden. So we have a lot of great pots, but there is a lot of, dead plants or lizard families living in them. This is a nice, iron set, some good succulents, But, then you look out and you see, like, where we are, It's like on the edge of the world. It's so beautiful up here, And you can see it's like, like post and beam construction of, really, really amazing artist, And I don't like to show it like this because I feel like it kind of doesn't properly, like, honor the family. But you know what? Life is life, and sometimes things get a little messy, and that's okay, and it happens to everybody. So this is a really neat Moroccan. This is heavy. This thing weighs like 150 pounds, but that Moroccan screen is really gorgeous. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and I hope you can come to the sale. Go to www.bluewatersrelocation.com or text me here at 858-333-1853. And I appreciate you watching it, and thank you so much. And I hope to see you at the sale. Bye.